Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the West Brom Albion career mode part 9. We're getting on in the series, almost at the double digit mark. And we're starting off. We've got three games against big opposition. The second one against Tottenham is in the EFL Cup. Not the biggest game ever, but I mean, it's round of 16, so to a team like West Brom, it's quite a big game. This could get us into the quarterfinals, towards semi-finals, towards the final. We ain't too far away from the final of a tournament, so that's big for a team like West Brom. But what I meant to say basically is three top teams that we're up against today, so this will be a real test to see. We've had a good start to the season. We've not lost too many games. We're doing well. We're flying. But this could show us at what level we're really at being tested against the biggest teams. Obviously, Tottenham finishing second last season in the Premier League. Man City, they're always beasts. This season they've started flying. Liverpool as well. This season they've started flying. So yeah, it's a good test. It's time to see. We started off well against Liverpool, creating like a quarter chance right there. Solomon Rondon getting in. Firmino doing brilliantly right there. The turn, the turn. Look. He gets the ball. The turn right there, and then just outside of the foot, just digs it out from underneath his body, hits the post, outside of the post with that one. So now Liverpool trying to take over. 24 minutes in, Sadio Mane getting a nice long shot. Sadio Mane, he seems to be doing well in real life. He's a player I don't really rate, but I mean, players hit form from time to time. He's doing well. He's been doing well for a while. Maybe he could prove me wrong. Maybe he is quite a good player. We'll see. Time will tell as Origi heads just over the bar right there. So Liverpool, obviously, we started well. They just took over advantage. We have a corner this time. Phillips puts it in the box. It falls to Brom right here. He volleys. Klein blocks it off the line. And the referee points to the penalty spot right there, punishing Nathaniel Klein, as you can see. And just a second, we'll see it right here. Just hold up a second. Again, instant replay right here. Brom volleys it. It looks like it's heading in. It is probably just going wide. It might clip the post, but it did hit Nathaniel Klein's arm. So he's practically saved it right there. The referee's pointed to the spot. Nasser Chadli steps up to take the penalty. Can he beat Carriers in the goal right here? He stutters and he puts it in the bottom corner. That is an absolutely smashing penalty. Again, I just love the penalties in this game because when you get them right, you get a result like that. Just a sexy looking penalty. That is the Christina Milian of penalties. Look at this. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Nasser Chadli stepped it up in recent episodes. He's looking a bit more dangerous. And that's composure. I said bottom corner. It isn't really the bottom corner, but it is what it is. He's put it in the corner, sent the keeper the wrong way, and that's just a lovely goal. 45 minutes in now. Our tails are up. We're going forward. We're flying. Solomon Rondon, tight angle. He didn't really have many other options on, so he just went for the shot across the keeper. Liverpool straight as soon as the second half starts. Firmino forces a real good save out of Ben Foster, and now 88 minutes in before there's another chance in this game. It falls to Wijnaldum. He just sends... who is it? Who is that? He sends someone packing with the bags and everything. And he just smashed it in the back of the net. 90 minutes on the clock. Georgie Wijnaldum has put Liverpool on level terms in this game. In a game, you could say they deserved it. I mean, the second half was a bit boring. Not much happening. Only one chance, I think, for Firmino in the second half. Saved by Ben Foster. But look at this. Just packing. I don't even know. Is that Darren Fletcher? That's why I don't play you, fam. Just packing. But boy, I mean, brilliant. Wijnaldum, he just sent him away with the turn and got Liverpool a point right there. A point you could say they deserved. They had a few chances. They probably had a bit more chances than us. A little bit unlucky to be down anyway for a penalty given for a handball. Klein should have got his arm out of the way anyway. What was he doing just falling on the ball like that? But you can see right there also what we talked about at the end of the last episode, the Scotland job management. We took it in the end because I didn't really get enough feedback for me to say this is what you guys want. So I just took it in the end. If you guys don't want to see it, we ain't got to show you in video, but we've taken it. We could even leave at the end of the day anyway. And also, the rumours are starting. We're coming towards the end of November. We've got transfer news flying all around the place. Olsen's itchy feet is attracting interest. Apparently, Olsen is not happy at West Brom. He could be going elsewhere. There's also news going on about Wilfred Zaha possibly being linked to West Bromwich Albion. We're not sure. Obviously, remember, if you're new to the channel, these are rumors, man. They could be anything. There could be something behind it. It could be completely made up. It could be something that you guys have told me about in the comments that I might be interested in. I might have no interest in the player at all. We might have just put that up there just for the sake of rumors. But Wilfried Zaha to West Brom could be happening. It might not be happening. We'll have to wait and see when the January transfer window opens. And also, we also had after that, Saido Berahino, some good news, has been tied down to another contract. Obviously, his contract was ending at the end of this season. It would have run out. We would have had to let him go for free. We don't want that to happen, obviously. He's had a good start to this campaign. So why not sign him a new contract? A 3-year deal it is. So he'll be around with us for a few more years. And we're happy with that. We're playing against Tottenham now, obviously, in the EFL Cup, like we mentioned. We played a match against Spurs in the last episode, I think. Either in the last episode or the one before that. And we got a little bit fortunate to come out with a 1-0 win, because I don't know how we didn't even concede in that game. They were throwing everything at us. Players like Ericsson coming off the bench and causing trouble. Dele Alli was just a menace in that match. And you see right there, he's forcing another save out of Ben Foster, having to get low. Brilliant tackle. Brilliant tackle from Olsen right there to set up an attack. Edwards again getting another start. He plays it into Callum McManaman, and taxi for Callum McManaman. That's all I can say. I don't even know. That shot was just a mess. Rain Kerosene is fuming right there. He's saying this piece of shit right here. But Solomon Rondon gives McManaman another try. And that shot is at least a little bit better. He's hit the target a little bit tame with it at least. 40 minutes in now. It's crossed in by Sissoko. Falls to Janssen. He's got Dembele in the box. With his back to goal, he just swivels on it and finds the back of the net. You see the passing stats come out. That don't even matter right now, because Dembele's already found the back of the net. With his back to goal as well, he's got 2 players blocking his way basically, and he's just rolled it backwards, back to goal, swiveled on the spot and found the back of the net. Darren Fletcher again is the culprit. I don't know what you're doing, Darren. That's what happens when you're an ex-Man United player. You're just shit. But somehow that was the last highlight of the match. In the 40th minute of the game, nothing else happened after that. Like, I literally was searching for something to put in the video, because I didn't want to end the match in 40 minutes, but there was nothing that happened, and I didn't even realize while I was playing. That second half was dead. Nothing happened. And also some more bad news. Jonathan Lecco picked up a minor injury after that game. He's out for 3 weeks, and I was just about to start throwing him in a little bit more into first team action, because he'd been impressing me in his little cameo appearances. But we'll have to wait 3 weeks he's out for. He should be back before, he might even be back in the next episode, because I don't think he'll even be out for 3 weeks, to be honest with you. But we got the final game of the episode. It's against Manchester City, the biggest test of the series so far. I mean, like I said, we've been picking up points. We've been doing well. You see right there, we are 3rd in the league, when only a few points behind Chelsea, who are top of the league. But they do have a game in hand. But we get off to a good start here. 2 minutes on the clock. Solomon Rondon gets it, lays it into Darren Fletcher, and he takes a click snap. It's Darren Fletcher again! This guy, bro, I'm not even realizing until we start commentating that he's just messing everything up. Look at that little swivel from Nacer Chadli, though. Again, 6 minutes in, 2 really good chances on goal for us. 20 minutes on the clock now. Chadli plays it over the top, getting a lot more involved, Chadli now. I like it. He gives it to Matt Phillips. He gets across into the box. Solomon Rondon gets on the bottom of it, underneath the cross, and his header clips off the crossbar. And, I mean, all the chances we're having right now, 20 minutes in, we haven't taken one chance. That might just come to bite us. Bro, it might just come to bite us. Pause. We ain't finishing that where it's going to bite us. But it might just come back to bite us. 25 minutes, Man City create the first chance, and that's just legendary right there. Volleyed by Sterling, left foot, and it comes off the crossbar. So now both teams hitting the crossbar, causing some trouble right there. But Manchester City just couldn't get it into the back of the net. But there's still a chance from the resulting corner for Manchester City. If they can make anything happen, we'll see right here. Ben Foster happy with his save. It was actually a pretty good save right here. But Fabian Delph from the resulting corner, working it right down the right hand side. He plays it into Aguero. Look at that. Look at that piece of quality from Sergio Aguero. And that's why I say biggest test of the season, because I mean, although we're playing on legendary and stuff like that, like look at that piece of, that is what sets teams apart. That's what makes Man City one of the best teams in the world, let alone in England, because they got players like Aguero who can do stuff like that. We've never had anyone do anything like that against us. That back heel right there just found his man out of nowhere. There was nothing on right there, but he's just found his man back heel, and the goal has come out of nowhere. Manchester City, you see that highlight right there earlier of Kevin De Bruyne just being absolutely clamped down in the box. No penalty given. I don't know how that wasn't a foul, but it wasn't. We're moving on. Sterling this time causing some trouble. So since Manchester City have gone into the lead, they're taking over this game. No highlights for us really to actually show. Ben Foster making a save. Now 67 minutes in, we're creating a rare chance. It's Chanley down the left hand side again. Ball rolling into the middle. He finds Rondon. And that's just a disappointing finish from the Venezuelan. I mean, he could have done anything that would have been a bit better than that. But he gets a chance to make up for it this time. He's in behind. Only Angelino is back. But Claudio Bravo makes the save. Rondon should have done a bit better. I was trying to go for that same finish that we had with Berahino in the last episode, but we couldn't get that. Solomon Rondon is denied by the keeper. A few good chances for Rondon. He did hit the bar as well, but we couldn't get anything from this. Suffered our second defeat of the season. Aguero gets man of the match, well deserved, because he gave them the 3 points in that game with an assist out of nowhere. That delicious back heel right there. More quote turmoil about Olsen. I don't even know what's going on about that. It might be a rumor. We don't know. But at the end of the episode, we are 6th place. We're still doing pretty well though. Manchester City down in 10th. And the table's just flipped. Look, Liverpool in 14th. Arsenal in 11th. Man City in 10th. It's just a mess, man. But then you got Swansea up in 4th and Stoke in 3rd. I hope I hope it ends up like favouring itself. Favouring? What am I talking about? I hope it ends up balancing it out before the end of the season. You see the big teams where they should be and stuff like that, because I don't like looking at this kind of table. But I mean, we're contributing to the mess because we're 6th place. We shouldn't be there. Only 2 defeats in the first 10 games. This is where you tend to measure a Premier League season as to where everyone's going to finish. 10 games in, this is what the table's looking like, I guess. Prepare for the next episode, which will come tomorrow. Subscribe, eat a bit. Peace.